Oh man, hello. Frustrations and emotions and bottled up emotions and finding the reflections and breadcrumbs of reality and kind of seeing where my own frustrations have me in keeping myself from creating and from creating in certain ways and changing the way that my true voice is being used, keeping yourself from just the art that you are will really have you say things differently. And I was upset and frustrated this morning, very much. And sort of everything just explains itself to us again and again and again because there's only so much that we'll go through with emotions and the realm of consumption and how much we consume and how much we are grateful for, how much we use, how much we give back. Where are you going? Come on. And how much we allow ourselves to. Come on. Come on. That's why we have to go this way. She'll come. We're kind of at the neighbor's house right here taking a little walk. But how we've kind of always been shown and learned how to deal with emotions and pain instead of understanding what fear and what emotions are and signals and what the body is telling us. Our mental fabrications kind of get out of hand with all of the stories that we experience, all the stories, all the moments we experience, all the story that we tell ourselves, the ego that is you, that will become a knight in shining armor that can't take a scratch because any kind of form of attack kind of really break down our belief structures eventually. While everything is very much here, none of this is real at all. So the duality of that gets a little in and out of in a certain stage of growing with the simulation, with life itself, with our relationship with the empty void of nothingness, with all this stuff. I wouldn't just exactly say that near-death experiences are a recipe for unmasking the fog of cognitivity, of memory, of unfolding explaining any of all of this stuff that your body is just explaining to you, because that's very much all that's going on. Is our body is unfolding in the most beautiful ways, and most of our hesitations flow through a little bit of beating our body up in so many different ways. I know a lot of the trauma that I have been through myself is a lot of self-induced trauma because of extreme high action sports that just you kind of spend a lot of time snowboarding by yourself, skiing by yourself, riding dirt bikes by yourself, riding pedal bikes by yourself, skateboarding by yourself, exercising by yourself, running by yourself, riding bikes, thinking by yourself, finding alone time, and just reorganizing how we deal with our freedom, our free time, our free will, our choices and decisions, and so many more different variables in there that build into our emotions. And like, there's just not very many open avenues that talk about the root of where we kind of associated emotional pain with physical pain, and start to learn and teach the body how to bottle it up, confine it, and kind of stand on top of it. So, come on. So it can be a bit of a process of learning and remembering how we did that, sort of like feel these moments that are very intense and try to have them make us bigger and stronger than we're allowing ourselves to feel, through the vulnerability of letting go and not being selfish in some ways, and holding on to the idea of suffering as if no one else is listening to us, or as if that's the way that we're supposed to build a life, or kind of our defensive mechanisms to keep us away from. There's so many different ways that all these things get turned in and around and shift throughout each of us, that we're all the same but different, while also very much all learning and remembering. And sort of playing with the shadows and the ghosts of our past, of our own ideas, while the subconscious and the ego and reality, they're all the same thing, kind of all trying to help us create the life of our dreams and provide that. And we kind of tend to sort of like scary things, and that's how we eventually use motivation inside ourselves and kind of like expect a lot from ourselves, and we eventually turn into our own worst critic and that drowns out the inner coach, and those are the same voice. So I will try to finish a book that I have about manifesting emotions in into physical objects, and we'll get into all of that in a short series here to start things off. So there's some tools to go with you, and just ways to learn how to program, feel the emotion, and then sit with it, go through it, and put it into the bodily functions like tears and our urine and our poop. It's a little easier to do if you focus early in the morning and start doing it for long enough so the body reorganizes itself and makes it into a subconscious program to just allow you to wake up on the right side of the bed and hear yourself correctly, so you can start to hear other people correctly, and you can get your point across, and you can remember that we always have all the time in the world, and take your time and do it right. And also think of things in the past more less traumatically as a work in progress, a rough draft that we can always make better things with and through and in the future. Namaste, and thank you for your time. Definitely please like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and that would be amazing. And let me know in the comments below what you would like to talk about yourself.